how's it going? I am super excited about today's video. It is my 2017 favorites. So basically the ultimate favorites video. And I'm just gonna be sharing some makeup with you today because guys, there's a lot of stuff I wanna talk about. And so I'm gonna do a separate video for like skincare and hair favorites and that kind of stuff if that's all right with you. And just a little side note guys, I'm filming this when it is pitch dark outside. Like it is black outside and it's looking nice and light in here. Feel like we're making progress. So yeah, if you would like to see all of my absolutely favorite makeup from 2017, then let's jump into it. The first thing that I have to mention, even though this is more of like a skincare product, is from Vichy. This is the Mineral 89 Skin Fortifying Daily Booster. I've been using this every single day underneath my makeup as a primer, and you will not regret it if you try this out, you guys. It is not a serum, it is not a gel, it is not a cream. It just adds actual hydration to the skin, and I find when I use this, my foundation goes on so much nicer. So this has been my go-to primer for the year, and I also really have still been loving the NYX Honey Dew Me Up, but that's more of like an honorable mention because this has just taken the cake. It is incredible. I have a few foundations to mention. The first is the L'Oreal Pro Glow. Amazing foundation, just beautiful kind of medium coverage is what I'm wearing on my skin today. It's just kind of my go-to for every day and it just looks beautiful. Mine's in this shade 202, so I believe the second lightest shade, and I find it to be a very good match. Another favorite is this CC cream from IT Cosmetics. I hear so many people talk about this. I've seen it included in so many favorites videos. And so yeah, it is an amazing product. It is a CC cream, but it actually is more full coverage than a lot of foundations I own. Like it's definitely more full coverage than the Pro Glow, and I just use this basically all summer long. I absolutely love it. I wish there were more shades though, because honestly the shade Fair is a little bit light for me, so I could probably get the light one and maybe mix them in together. But yeah, such a great product. Highly recommend it. It smells like lemons and I love that. Love, love, love these two. The Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear Foundation, and then also the Ultra Wear Stick from the same line. These have got to be probably my favorite foundations. If I am wanting to have a really great skin day, or maybe I'm not having a good skin day and I have some stuff to cover up, but I don't want it to look heavy or cakey, I go for these guys. Lancome just makes some wonderful foundations. I go through these constantly. I love this. This is in the shade 210 Buff. It's just beautiful. It's just a wonderful foundation. And this stick one I love as well. I love equally. It's actually completely out. I need to buy another one. Again, just has this beautiful lightweight feel, and I love the stick for traveling. And I find though that the stick doesn't last quite as long as the liquid foundation, but this one is more convenient, so it just kind of depends on what you prefer. But yeah, those four basically were my go-to products, and that's it for foundation. I have two concealers to mention. The NYX Gotcha Covered Concealer. You guys see me use this in videos all the time. It is just wonderful, super full coverage. Definitely need to set this product, but I love it for underneath my eyes because it's not overly heavy or oily, but it's hydrating. And so it's such a great, I never hear people talking about this concealer. I don't know why, it's so good. And then my other favorite from the year is from Dermablend. This is the Quick Fix Concealer, and you guys again see me use this all the time. It's a nice little stick, so it's very convenient just to kind of draw on wherever you need it. And I love to use a beauty blender or a beauty sponge just to kind of bounce that all in. But yeah, great concealer. Those were my two go-tos. I like full coverage concealer. These are both super full coverage. As far as setting powders, I have two to talk about. The first one is from Dermablend. This is the loose setting powder. I basically used this and only this for the entire first part of the year. I still absolutely love it. It is a translucent setting powder, doesn't give you any of that whiteness, keeps your makeup in place. It's absolutely beautiful. And then this guy launched. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. And this is just so affordable that you cannot beat this, basically. But I love these two so much. Either one are wonderful. And then as far as like actual like pressed setting powder, this is something you guys have not really ever seen me talk about in my videos because I keep this in my purse, as you can see from how this label has really kind of worn off. Are you gonna focus? Hello? I don't know, isn't this camera supposed to focus? Anyways, this label is all worn off because I keep this in my purse. I love this for kind of touching up throughout the day. This apparently has salicylic acid in it, so that's good for my acne prone skin. And yeah, you can see that I absolutely love this product. It's so great if you're looking for a setting powder. I have dry skin and I still love this, so I think it would be good for all skin types. Love that one. Moving along into bronzers, I have two favorites of the year. You guys have seen me use both of these a ton. The Urban Decay Beached Bronzer is just so nice. The shade Sun-Kissed looks absolutely beautiful on my skin tone specifically because it's more of like, has that like redness to it, so it like, when I'm in the sun, my skin tends to have more of that red undertone to it. So I find this just looks super, super natural. And then you guys have seen me use this one a ton as well. It's the Lancome Star Bronzer Natural Matte in Sun Swept. Just a beautiful bronzer as well. I've basically, like I said, gone back and forth between these two all year long. I did want to mention this palette, this Urban Decay Jean-Michel Basquiat palette. This is not available anymore, but I used this basically every single day for like 3 months, so I thought I had to mention it. I loved mixing these two blushes together. The highlighter was stunning. This bronzer in the summertime was I could get away with using it even though it's quite deep, as you can see, but it was just such a great little palette. I traveled with it a ton, and yeah, I had to mention this because I used it so much this year. For blushes, I actually have two blush palettes to mention. These were for sure, both of these, my most used blushes for the entire year. This Maybelline one I got at the very beginning of 2017, and I swear to you guys, I still continue to use this almost daily. I absolutely love it. These two shades in the middle here, this peachy one and then this more orchidy one, when I mix them together, it is just so beautiful. Like, I love how it looks. If we look right here, I put the cool toned one and the warm one together, and it just creates the most stunning kind of light pink flush, but like coral. I just absolutely love it. I'll be honest, I don't use the maroon one that often, but this highlighter, I use it all the time. There's actually quite like a dent in it. I don't know if you can see, but yes, this palette, so great. And I also used this L'Oreal Infallible palette constantly, especially these two shades on the outer edge here, this pink one and then this peach one. Beautiful. I love these blushes. I love mixing blushes. I think it just gives a really nice look to the cheek. And I also used a ton the Lancome Cushion Blush. I'm not gonna grab it because that could take me a while to find, but I used this Coral Cushion Blush from Lancome all summer long, so that I have to include that. That is another favorite for sure. Now, as far as highlighters, that Maybelline highlighter in that palette, used that a ton, like I said, but my favorite, like, this is just the most beautiful highlighter ever, is from Lancome, and it is just so stunning. It's called Sparkling Peach. I know I talk about it all the time, but it's because I'm obsessed with it, and it just is so beautiful. It just has the most like metallic sheen to it, and I like to use it on my eyes. And yeah, this highlighter, expensive but just beautiful. I've never used one like this before, and I love it. I also have to mention this Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter because I was using this a ton in the summer. Now, this is very gold, and when I first saw it, I was like, that is going to be too dark for me. And when you actually swatch it on your hand, it is right there. It looks quite gold, and you would not think someone with my complexion would be able to get away with it. But when you actually are just dusting this on with a highlighting brush, it doesn't look like that. It comes across just very, like, it's just a nice light dusting. So I feel like this is actually great for multiple skin tones, because if you're fair like myself, you can use it lightly, and if you have a more medium skin tone, you can kind of build it up. But yeah, just a beautiful formula. I don't think we've ever seen a beautiful kind of soft, creamy highlighter like this at the drugstore until this one came out, and it's beautiful. Using this as an eyeshadow as well, guys, I tell ya, just the bee's knees. Speaking of eyeshadows, I have to mention this guy. I use this all the time, the Urban Decay Ultimate Naked Basics palette. It's just such a great go-to palette for neutral kind of transition shades. What I love about it is exactly that, it's neutral. So you have some more warm shades up here, but then you also have these cool tone options. So I just find it's like everything you need as far as like matte blending shades is in this palette, and I absolutely love it. It's just so good. It's such a good palette, and I use this all the time, and you can barely tell, like there's like barely any dent in it. Speaking of eyeshadow palettes that are square and have ultimate in the name, the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette in the shade Warm Neutrals has been another just, like, I use this palette all the freaking time, and I bring it with me when I go traveling because I love that it it's quite sturdy actually, even though it's just this like plastic packaging. And I love these two shades here in particular. This is more of like a cool toned matte transition shade, and that's a little bit more warm toned. These shades, the last 3 rows are all wonderful and I get so much use out of them, but I'm just gonna be honest that this top row, kind of the more highlighting shades, not the best. Just gonna be honest, but I love these down here. If you're looking for more of an affordable eyeshadow palette, I reach for this all the time. All the time. It's actually what is on my eyes today. And the last palette that I have to mention has to be the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. This launched in the summertime and I could not stop using it. It is absolutely beautiful. It has all of these warm tones in it. I know you guys have seen this one before or potentially even own it yourself, but just really, really nice formula in here. As you guys know, I'm not the biggest warm toned eyeshadow fan, but this kind of converted me because I used this like crazy in 2017, especially when it first launched. If you guys want to see more videos using this palette, let me know because I feel like I haven't really posted that many with it, but I use it all the time. They're just really, really nice eyeshadows in here. These little rectangular eyeshadow palettes from Maybelline launched this year. I have this one in the shade Nude Glow, and there's another one called the Glow Down that I also love, but this has been kind of one of my favorite eyeshadows of the entire year. It's what is all over my lid right now, and it is just this beautiful kind of cool toned taupey shade. This is what it looks like right there, and it is just stunning. Like, it just looks so nice. It's such a nice formula. This was such a great launch for Maybelline, and yeah, I highly recommend these if you are in the market, which I know you are. I have to mention this kind of like random product, I would say. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Paints eyeshadow, and this is basically like liquid eyeshadow. I use this single-handedly every single day for the entire month of April-ish, I would say. It has just such a great formula. You can apply it on its own and it doesn't get all creasy. It's just like this beautiful kind of like burnt orange looking shade, and on the other side it has this more of like a peachy shimmery type of shade. Just so stunning, both of these shades, and I really think this is like a surprising formula, and I don't hear anybody talking about it, but they're just beautiful. Like, you can apply them on their own, just kind of buff it up a little bit into the crease area, apply some mascara and you're good to go, or you can use it as kind of like a base, but just such a great product. I used it a ton, and like to be reaching for something every single day for an entire month when you've got a lot of stuff going on says something. So yeah, I highly recommend these. I don't know why I haven't got more shades myself, but I should, because yeah, they're just so cool. It's such a cool product. These are a little bit of a newer product. They just launched within the last few months, I think, but the Infallible Paints Metallics, these are beautiful, and again, I don't really hear that many people talking about them. Actually, I heard Tati mention these in her favorites video, and I was stoked to see that because, let's face it, Tati says something and we listen, right? But yeah, this beautiful kind of violet lavender one is in the shade Violet Luster. And then this one here is in Rose Chrome. Rose Chrome is actually what is on my cheeks right now. I love using this one as a blush, but yeah, just a beautiful formula here, super creamy. And again, just kind of like one of those little hidden gems that is some swatches. I don't like it when I say that. There are some swatches of these. These are awesome though. Really, really nice little drugstore eyeshadow that I wear. I wear these a ton. a ton. As far as brows, I used a ton of different brow products this year. I feel like I was very experimental, but my favorite would have to be from NYX. This is the Brow Precision Pencil. The one end here, the actual pencil, looks like that. It has kind of this like domed top. And then on the other end, this is what the spoolie looks like. And I found that this particular shape of brow pencil just really lets you fill in your brows super quickly. I like this shade. This is the shade Soft Brown. The spoolie's decent. Like, just in general, this is a really great little brow product. And I'm still a believer that you don't really need to spend a ton on brow products. You know, NYX just has some of the best. Maybelline also has some really good brow products too. They really do. As far as eyeliner, the NYX Epic Ink eyeliner is just incredible. This is comparable to any of your favorite kind of high-end liquid eyeliner pens. It's a little felt tip just like that. Goes on so easily, stays super black, it dries down matte. It's just, this is the best eyeliner that you can get for 10 bucks. 100%. I'm using it today. I use it all the time. It doesn't bleed, doesn't transfer, nothing like that. Just a really great option. And I got mine from the NYX store in Calgary. I haven't seen it at like Shoppers Drug Mart, London Drugs. I'm not sure why, because they have so many different eyeliners, but they don't have this one. So yeah, this one, for whatever reason, is a little bit hard to track down, which is too bad because it is the best one. But you know, it's plain hard to get, I guess. Even though this is very new, I still want to mention it because it is so good. This is the Maybelline Gigi Hadid eyeliner. This is just the blackest black eyeliner that I've come across in a very long time. I'm very devoted to my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On eyeliner pencils, but this one honestly is like darker. It is blacker and it is just so creamy and smooth, and I like to use it in my waterline but also just as like a regular kind of smudgy eyeliner. And yeah, it's so good. However, this beautiful nude packaging does not stay beautiful, I'll just say that, but such a great eyeliner. I just want to mention a few tools quite quickly here. The NYX sponge, I'm sorry it's so dirty, but this NYX sponge, you guys, is amazing, and it is my favorite beauty sponge out of all of the ones that are available. I love that it has this flat end right here, and it has that kind of like teardrop shape, so it's really easy to get in there. It gets nice and big when it's damp, and yes, I love it. This is such a great sponge, so affordable. Highly recommend it. Another little tool here, this brush from NYX is newer to me, but I have just fallen in love with it. It is so soft and it is a little bit tapered, so it's perfect for bronzing. It just applies everything so nice and evenly. I like the actual handle on it. It's just a really great brush. Like, in general, for like going all around the face, super soft. I think this would make a really great gift actually if you have a makeup lover that you're buying a gift for, just because this is a little hidden gem. I don't love all the NYX brushes. I've tried some that I don't like, but this one is so awesome. I kind of got off track a little bit there with that, but let's get back to kind of the eye area. My two favorite mascaras from the year will be, no surprise, it's the L'Oreal Lash Paradise and also the Lancome Monsieur Big. Both amazing, amazing mascaras. The one thing I'll say about the Lash Paradise is that it does dry out quite quickly. I find that about after like a month or 6 weeks, it does have to be replaced. It's quite affordable though, and it makes your lashes look amazing. So it is 100% worth it. And then the Lancome Monsieur Big, Monsieur Big, I believe actually, cannot be beat. Just so good. Like, these have both just made my eyelashes nice looking, very nice. And yeah, I was just thinking, like, I've tried so many mascaras this year, and there's actually been quite a few that I've liked, but these are the two that have stood out the most. Lastly, for eyes, I just wanted to mention the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liners. These are incredible if you're looking for an amazing glitter. I'm not like a big glitter gal myself, but I absolutely love these. I use these a ton in the month of December. Cat Call and Midnight Cowboy, so this beautiful kind of rose gold one, and then more of like a true gold. Absolutely beautiful. I like to use them not necessarily as eyeliner, but just all over my lid or just kind of in the middle to kind of highlight. Super awesome. Just a great formula, it doesn't fall everywhere. Love those. All we have left, guys, are lip products. And as you guys know, I'm not like a big lip product person on a daily basis. I am wearing lip balm or lip, like easy kind of tinted lip gloss, just because that's how I roll, I suppose. So I'm just gonna power through some of my favorites. I don't even have to stay here. The Lancome Matte Juicy Shakers. You guys know that I'm obsessed with these. I do talk about them in every single video, and I'm sorry, but I just love them, and they are my go-to product basically, because they give you a nice tint, a nice stain of color without being drying. I have so many different shades. Energy Peach is probably one of my favorites. This one is really cool too. It's kind of this like lilac-y, more mauve shade. I love these. You will not regret them if you pick them up, and I know a lot of you guys have already told me that you own them and love them, so yeah. Lancome Matte Juicy Shakers, amazing. NYX Butter Glosses, I use these all the time. I know at this point, like, let's face it, you've heard about these a million times, but it is for good reason. They're so good. They look so nice. It's what I'm wearing on my lips. I just have a butter gloss on right now. It's just like the easiest thing to use. Another lipstick that I absolutely love is this formula from Maybelline. This is the Color Sensational Matte, the matte collection. Daringly Nude, this color right here is one of my favorites. I also love Peach Buff. I love Touch of Spice. There's so many that are good. This formula is awesome. I really, really like Maybelline lipsticks in general. But yeah, this is so good. And I wore that a ton this year. What else? What else? Okay, the NYX Pin-Up Pout lipsticks are also incredible. They just have such like a very like pigmented, creamy, easy to wear formula, and yeah, super rich but not drying. I wear these a ton. If I need a lipstick that has color in it, this is what I reach for. And then I also wanted to include this NYX This Is Everything lip oil. This lives in my purse. I use this all the time. This is just a beautiful little hidden gem of a product. I never hear people talk about this, but it is incredible. Super hydrating without being overly oily or just like heavy or like run down your face like a lot of oily lip products can do. Super amazing. I highly recommend. Guys, we did it. We got through it all. I hope you enjoyed seeing my favorites from 2017. As a thank you to you guys for all of your support, I am going to do a little giveaway. I'm giving away the Urban Decay Naked Heat Palette. All you have to do in order to be entered into this giveaway is be subscribed to my channel and leave a comment down below letting me know what your absolute favorite product was from 2017, or a few products that you loved, in case you can't choose, because that'd be hard to pick just one. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Thank you for subscribing. It means so much to me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hey guys, how's it going? I am super... What just fell? It's flashing at me again. I don't know what that means. Like my yearly fave... I feel nervous. I don't know why. Are you not gonna focus? Camera? Is that why people do this? I love this formula of blush though. It's not blush. This is not blush. Ultimate favorites video. I feel like I'm being a loser. Guys, how's it going? Hope you're all having a fantastic day is what I was gonna say, but it sounded like I was gonna swear. Today's video is going to be, I'm being weird. Down to the end of the video. That was lame. So I got some more lights, like I got this. Very professional of me. And if I could just be normal, that would be good too.